Holy shit, we're not live on YouTube? Have we not been live on YouTube? That's terrible. I don't think Tyler is joining today. Maybe we should just do the meeting with Evan. All right. We got Evan back. Let me rejoin this. All right. Tyler cannot make it today, so we are going to have the meeting with Evan instead. Let me just change this. Yo, what's up, YouTube chat? I'm so sorry. Dude, I thought YouTube was live, but I guess it wasn't this entire time. I already had like 4 meetings so far. Yeah, sorry, YouTube. You feel free to go on my Twitch to watch the VOD. If you're just tuning in on YouTube, yeah, the previous client meetings are in the VOD there, or I'm gonna upload them on YouTube afterwards anyway. So right now we have a meeting with Evan. I think yeah, we're just gonna meet him right now. Let's see. Is this not working? Yo, welcome back.
Hello. How's it going?
Good, man. How about you?
Good. Just, hanging around. Yeah.
Yes, sir. How'd you like the last meeting?
It's cool. I actually liked what he was doing. It was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should hire him.
I sent him a message actually.
Okay, cool. Very
yeah,
nice.
yeah, been looking at like engineers like kind of everywhere. Philippines, Morocco. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
The Philippines, they kind of like work with the time zone a bit better on the West Coast. So
yeah. I didn't want to put you on the spot last call, but since it's just you and me now.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's chill.
Yeah, Philippines. I've worked with Philippines people before. My editor right now is from the Philippines. See, their English is also very good. So compared to other parts of the world, it's a good spot. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, mainly just like interested in this community. I feel like I've been like working so much on like my current like startup, and like I feel like I just haven't been like keeping up with like like all the new shit that's like been happening,
Right.
Um, so
Yeah,
kind of
I
want to
love
like,
I love like the introduction. Like, what are you working on right now?
yeah. So, um, doing voice agents for like automotive, like car dealership, like franchise dealerships, like I don't know, like Toyotas, like
Hmm.
Honda, things like that. So, started this about a year ago. Um, and currently working with around like 40 dealerships right now in the United States.
Wow.
And so
Okay.
it's mostly like intake. Like, so we do like intake and then also like outbound, like voice agents texting to like try to book people. And so, we book into like their various like CRM and they call them like DMS systems.
Hmm.
So kind of doing that. Um, but I guess like trying to figure out a way to like more like like automate like a little bit more of like like outreach, content creation, and then also just like personal assistant kind of thing. I can take you a walkthrough of like the product
Yeah.
itself if you want to take a look,
Let's do it.
and like show you like the current workflows. Um, yeah,
Are you guys making any content right now?
not too much. Like I'll like rip a couple LinkedIn posts here and there, but mostly we've been working off like a shit ton of like warm referrals. Um, so yeah, because it's pretty tight knit community in that sector.
Okay.
But it's like a Kia store in like the Bay Area, like Northern Cal, like SF area, like Fremont, if you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Um, so basically, what we do for them right now is like they get like a shit ton of calls, and like a lot of times like they miss them during the day. So we work
Yeah.
on like after hours, but also like what we call overflow. So for example, like if the phone rings more than 3 times, like they don't want to put the customer on hold, like we'll pick up on that and kind of like handle those calls, book appointments, answer questions, things like that. And then they also have like a separate button on their phone tree if like someone wants to like schedule like like a service like thing for their car, like it just goes directly to us. So kind of like that. So this is kind of like the main dash, I guess.
Okay.
30 days stats,
Very cool.
after hour
Hmm.
bookings,
So
call
this is what
logs.
your client sees, or
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah. So
okay.
we give access. So like this is a dashboard that like the client and like basically like every single person in the dealership has, So
Okay.
this is like all their like employees and stuff
Yeah.
on here, and like various transfer destinations, things like that. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the product I think is like pretty competitive. Like there's like a couple companies in the space. Like one did like HF0. That's like probably my
Yeah.
biggest competitor. But I'd say like pretty competitive with them on that sense. And then there's like another one that did YC. I think they raised like 20 mil, but they recently just like quit. Um,
What? With 20
like they just
mil.
yeah, it's called Toma. They did like A6. They got like A16Z, but they like quit recently because like their product was like somehow ass for some reason.
Okay.
Um, but I'd say pretty competitive. Like this is like bootstrapped on my own right now.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I don't know, just trying to find a way to like compete still because like team's like pretty small.
Hmm.
Um, but I just feel like if you stay lean, like I feel like there's like a lot of potential there
Yeah.
too. So
So, oh yeah. First question is like your voice agents. So you said it's texting and voice, right? Like, is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
so like for example, if someone calls in, like we're connected in their phone, like you can like listen to the call. We initially built off like Vappy and like retail to start, and then after that, like it was just getting like way too fucking expensive. So we like switched to LiveKit, and then are you familiar with those or?
No. Live kit, you said?
Yeah, LiveKit is like think like Vappy and 11 Labs and
Okay.
Bland or
I
Retail,
see.
kind of like build your own voice agents. Like you rip a prompt and then it'll like build a agent for you.
Yeah.
And then like they have like a bunch of like toolings for like transfers and things like that, like in that platform.
Yeah.
And LiveKit is kind of like a little bit like one step below that, like kind of like you build some of like these tools out for yourself, and then that way you
Hi
can
there.
kind of get a little bit more control and things like
Hmm.
that. So um we kind of use various different things, like I don't know, like deepgram for certain things, like just yeah, we like plug and play different
Okay,
company.
cool. And how many?
Um,
Yeah, go keep going.
Go ahead.
Um, I was wondering how many employees do you currently have?
We have five, or like it's a team of five right
Okay.
now. So a couple of them are like more so like on the ground, like kind of like go to market. It's like a traditional business, like face to face. So like
Yeah.
we got like these like, old heads, like kind of like talking to people and like doing like in person sales and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Um, and then I have like my co-founder who is like working like mainly on the engineering side, and that's what I'm trying to grow a bit right now, along with
Mm-hmm.
like customer success. And then I'm kind of like, dude, I'm kind of like in between, I guess. Like I'll take a lot of the client meetings and do the pitches and like, things like that. And then like in the evenings, like on my free time, that's like when I'm like working on product a lot. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, yeah.
So where would you say your bottleneck is right now? Like what's the issue?
Well, one, like I just think like speed of engineering could be increased. I mean, that's just hiring, so that's like not
Mm-hmm.
an issue that right now. But I guess like for me, it's like how can I like, grow the brand a bit more? Just because like we don't really have like super like a ton of notoriety. Like California, I'd say like Northern Cal, like pretty heavy. Like we work with like the majority of like the
Yeah.
businesses out there. But the reason I'm in SoCal now is like we got a lot of warm referrals down here, so that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
But social media like LinkedIn, content generation of like like ads, things like that is kind of what I'm looking to do. Um, and then also yeah, like some kind of like personal assistant kind of thing where I can like just chat with it and have it grow with me there. Yeah, and help
Gotcha.
me out.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I have like another thing, I guess. Like it's kind of like let me see. Like we have a kind of like our like own like forward deployed agent in our Discord that like lives in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a forward deployed engineer that we made, and like it's like connected to all our stuff. So I'm like, oh, like on if I'm like, okay, we're onboarding this dealer, right? It'll
Yeah.
like go and like onboard it, like buy the phone numbers from Twilio, like things like that. Like it can make PRs and things like that. It like kind of knows a little
Is
bit.
this OpenClaw?
No, no, this is just
Oh, you guys just
like a
made this from scratch?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's like if I'm like pull like 30 days from whatever, it like has all these different locations and tells me stuff.
Yeah.
And like if I'm like, oh, make a change for this specific one, it can make a PR and do like feature flags and
Yeah.
things like that. So
So isn't
that's kind
this
of like,
Mhm.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, isn't this kind of like the personal assistant that you're looking for?
It kind of is, but I want to like this is like for like the product itself. I want it
Yeah.
for like my own life, I
Okay.
guess.
Got you. Yeah.
Um, so
Okay. I would say two things here. For the personal assistant, I would just recommend off the bat to use Hermes, and you can have that. Like that's well, I use OpenClaw because I set it up before Hermes got more popular. But right now, if I would recommend if you're starting, is just use Hermes over OpenClaw because it has one thing that's better, which is it has the automatic skill learning behavior. So the way it works is essentially after every chat session you have with it. So this could be something random like, oh, I'm traveling with my girlfriend and we have to book dinner appointments and stuff like that. And then after a certain chat session, it will automatically look at the entire session and determine what skill it should create from it. So maybe that's like a dinner booking one with your girlfriend, and it knows that, oh, you guys have these certain preferences, so every time it should book it this way or this type of cuisine or whatever it is. And that type of automatic skill learning, OpenClaw doesn't have. You have to say it, manually, like create a skill from what I just did. And it also has like automatic compaction over time. So after a certain amount of time, it will look through all your skills and just like clean stuff up. So I
Okay.
think those are like that's like a pretty nice one to have, and it's especially good for personal assistance type of like utility. Like for coding, you probably don't want necessarily something like that because sometimes it's gonna blow up your memory or fuck up like other skills that you have. But for personal assistance, it's pretty good, I think. So I would recommend just if you have a separate, I don't know, like a Mac Mini or something for your company. Do you have some? Yeah. I mean, it's probably okay to just use one that you're already using for other stuff on your company, because it's like there's not much like security concern. Like just use a different folder. Like the Hermes
Right.
agent is not gonna go ahead and like start deleting code for no reason. That's very much like not probable. I have it on my Mac Mini. I have my code repository, like I have everything on my same Mac Mini, and I never had any issues like that. And one thing you'd have to note is these personal assistance agents, they use a lot of tokens because what makes them effective is like their memory, right? So they have to inject a lot of stuff into their memory every time. So I would recommend to use the assistant with like GPT 5.5. So that will save you tokens compared to 5.6, and it's still going to be way good enough to do anything you need. And that's also
What about
includes
like
some,
for,
yeah.
what about I don't know, like my friend, like he uses like, I don't know, like Kimi 2 or like DeepSeek. Like thoughts on that? Or
Yeah. You can use that too, but most likely it's going to end up. It depends on your usage, but the thing is like Kimi, their API model obviously is way cheaper than if you use OpenAI or Claude, but OpenAI has the subscription. Which is insanely subsidized. It's more subsidized than Claude. So for the same amount you pay, you're going to get way more tokens if you subscribe to OpenAI compared to Claude too. So I would still recommend using OpenAI and GPT 5.5 for stuff
okay,
like this. Yeah, that for the
okay,
personal assistance, that would be it. And for the brand, I think yeah, like you guys have 40 dealerships that you have pretty sizable client base. I think going to the brand awareness, like improving that stage, sounds pretty good for you guys. Have you considered hiring like a sort of like a social media intern type of person?
like kind of, but like I'm
Yeah,
just like, I don't know like how much like value that like. Yeah, like
yeah,
it's kind of like a bridge. Like maybe I just need to jump off and cross, but it's like I just like don't know how much value that really brings.
yeah.
And maybe like you give me some like info on that. It's just like older client base. Like I think like mainly they work off of like maybe Instagram ads here
Hmm.
and there, but like it's not like short form. Like you can't
Yeah.
like rip like TikToks on that. Um, yeah,
Okay.
I'm not too sure. Uh, it's like an interesting client base, I guess, that's like
Yeah.
older, like not super like tech enabled.
Hmm.
Like sometimes they're on LinkedIn, you
Hmm.
know. Um, yeah, like tried a lot of email automations, but their emails get like blown up.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, I think like for now, like I was thinking like I do take a lot of client calls.
Okay.
I was thinking like, okay, like maybe I can like somehow like maybe I'll like record the transcripts and then like have that like feed into my assistant and then it can do like content generation for me on that end, like based off my conversations or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, just I think there's just like a lot of different ideas that I've been like wrestling with, but I just haven't done any of them too
I
much to
see.
that point.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a second here. Hmm. Yeah, you definitely have a lot of options here. I'll tell you, like for example, for me, the last thing you just mentioned is sort of the playbook I'm running, right? Like I have my clients recorded, and I post the client meetings I have
Yeah.
online, and I think this is a very effective way to do it if you can get it right. And I would say this is a playbook that will be long term. A lot of like the short form stuff, it might be you have to like catch trends. You might have to like in a year from now or a couple months, it might have to be like AI video generation. So it's more fickle. But the method here where you use your actual client results and calls, I think is very good. So if you can do that, I would encourage that a lot. And when you start posting clips regarding that, you can then choose which one of those clips you want to run as like meta ads. I think that is probably the most effective sort of way for content and ads outreach. And it's also the most efficient way because you don't have to like really do that much more. You just have to like clip your stuff and then run ads on the most effective ones.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess like the hard part for you would be you'd have to clip like, do you have these things recorded already?
Yeah, I mean, like I'll record it with like, like Otter or something like that,
Okay.
or like, things like that. But, and like I'll kind of take like the transcripts like of like what we talked about or something, or like whatever stats we went over, and then I'll like bundle that into like some sort of post or something like that. A lot of times, like they also like don't necessarily really want. Some of them are okay with it, but a good amount of them don't really want to be posted. Like in their dealer and whatever, because it's just like private people, like things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess like trying to find a way to I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Have you seen, because the thing is like I'm not exactly sure where your user base is mostly on. If I had to guess, it's probably either like LinkedIn or like Facebook. And maybe
it's definitely LinkedIn and Facebook. Like maybe the younger generation, like they're on Instagram. Like everyone's on Instagram, but I don't know like if they're really gonna like, I don't know. There's just like so many like shit ads out there like on Instagram. Like maybe like I just don't want mine to be like included in like all that right now.
Yeah.
Like I think LinkedIn is probably the best avenue right now.
Which one?
LinkedIn.
Okay. Yeah.
I do like automated like DMs and stuff like with like Goji Berry and stuff like that as well. But so that's been okay. Like I mean, still the main like growth method right here is just straight like warm referrals. And I'm just like, I work with these guys, like, they're your competitor in the area, like, like let's or something like that.
I mean, the thing is like, okay, that sounds good, but I think if I were you, I would try to venture into like that the meta ad space, because like the only thing you really need is like one piece of good content, and you can just recycle that right through the ads. So I feel like if you put time and effort into trying to make that one piece of content, it's worth your time and effort.
Right.
Yeah.
Like make like a really high quality piece of content, basically. Like
it doesn't like when you say high quality, it's like this part here. If I were you, I would just copy someone else's ad that works really well. So when you scroll through Instagram, do you get ads of like other people's stuff? Like
yeah, all the time.
So
I guess like my competitors don't really like.
That's okay. It doesn't need to be your competitor. It just needs to be a format that works well, right? So for example, there is I think there's one guy who he sells this like a Claude operating system type of product. And I see his ads pop up all the time, and I know he does really well. I looked at his like funnel, and he made a video talking about it. He had like pretty good like conversion rate, and it was literally just him screen recording his like software, and he's like, yeah, so I made this software recently because this, and my story is like I used to always have trouble dealing with all this stuff. It's like it's very simple, very genuine, authentic. I think that is like the stuff that does the best. Like just think about what resonates with you the best. It's like the stuff that is, too edited, too much effects. I don't think that's what your clients would like. I don't think that's what you or I would like. Right? Your clients is like, if they're buying cars, they're not like kids. So I think something that's just genuine and authentic, where you're literally just screen recording, going through your product and like showing an example of like look at this. It's able to respond to this client that is like off hours and book a call. Like, this is an example I just had with my client from last week. Super chill, like something super chill like that. And I think that would work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess like to start, it's probably like just like do a screen studio like walkthrough of the product and then find a way to like add some like glitter to that, or what do you think? Or do you
Yeah.
think like hop on a call with like the
I
client?
would say you don't even have to hop on the call to start this off with. Like, just show the most impressive feature of your product. I think it's like it should be pretty impressive by itself. Like, if I'm imagining, if I see the workflow, right, the end-to-end workflow of here's a call coming in, and then here my AI agent is able to answer it, and here's the flow all the way to like a call booked. If you can show that
Right.
end-to-end flow, I think
So
that's pretty good.
so like for example, right? Like I made a post like this the other day,
Hmm.
and it was just like I didn't really edit it. Like I just like threw it into like Remotion and had it like make it look nice.
Yeah.
But and then I like bleeped out the person's name and phone number. But like it's literally just like the voice agent and like a call I downloaded
Were
that
you
we
looking to
handled.
book a service
Um,
appointment today?
but so like, what do you think? Like I could like improve on that and then
Yeah, I see exactly what this is. So
All
so
right.
this looks more like a demo. Like you're like, hey guys, I have this
I
thing.
get your
Check
first
it
and
out.
last name
Um, this might work. Like, you could
for the
try
appointment.
running with this, but personally, what I've seen work better for content is when it's more real. Like, this is like it looks edited. It's like you're editing. Your Clio here is talking, and then your customer here is talking. It's not like you're actually showing me the real process through your real app. Like, I think it's more convincing if I actually see the platform and I see the
oh,
whole thing happening. Like it's not edited, like no effects, right? Nothing like that. It's just like pure, real, and authentic
hmm.
user
So this
end-to-end
other
flow.
one I sent you is like more stats based, but you're saying like maybe like I just show the entire like dash or something like that, or because I guess like maybe my like hesitancy on like showing the dash is like maybe I also don't see like my competitors doing that, and maybe that's like kind of like something that like
Mm,
is like kind of like a bottleneck for me because like I don't really want them to
yeah,
like like look at my product and like
I see. Well, okay,
are
I think you don't have to show the full product, right? Like, I don't know the exact way. Cause, okay, actually, I remember when you screen share, there's like a chat box on the bottom right. Is that like the live, real time, like exchange of the conversation that would happen with the client?
here.
Yes. Like, is this like real time?
Like this came in at like 10:56 a.m. It's whatever, and it was like booked or rescheduled or something.
Okay.
And so you can like listen to it and stuff.
So you're saying you don't want to show this, just to not show the competitors?
I don't know. Like maybe like I should. Like maybe it's just like a limiting like thing like I have in my head, you
Yeah.
know?
I would say
Because
I
like
think
I
you
guess
should
like
show this. Yeah.
yeah. Because I guess like the way I've grown so far is like I kind of just like copied like one like company
Yeah.
that's like been doing it like really, really well. And I've gotten to the point where like I'd say like product end, like we're like right up there with them, but like they just have like the notoriety. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. But that's the thing. Like, to build this notoriety, like, you need to showcase your
Yeah,
product,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Evan, I'm 3 minutes late for my next call, so I
Okay.
do have to jump. But I appreciate you for the intro call and all this information. I think I have a summary for the whole meeting afterwards posted in the community. But I guess it's like, the personal assistant. I would encourage you to use Hermes, set it up on your second computer, and yeah, definitely think about this. I guess you have to decide how much of this you want to show. Maybe it's like not everything, maybe just part of it, but as a sort of a client perspective, I want to see the real thing. That's what
No,
convinces me.
facts. No, I
Yeah.
see that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good, man. I will talk soon.
All right, cool, Evan. See you, man.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, chat. Hey, shout out to Evan. That was very cool, very impressive product he has there. We have to get on our next call with Jose right now. My G Sunny in the chat says this showed up on FYP context. So I have client calls right now for my private community. There's people joining to learn about AI automations, integration into businesses. I'm a software engineer. I've been working for multiple big tech companies. I integrated AI into big tech and also provide consultancy to small medium businesses, and also individuals and creators. So I right now have a weekly client call with all of my clients or whoever wants to join. So we got how many? 1, 2, 3. I think we got 3 more people today, and then we're done. So next up is Jose. Jose was, I think he is a founder as well. He's a tech founder builder, and he wanted to improve his memory setup. Okay. All right, let's go. All right, next meeting with Jose right now. I'm a little bit late. Yo, Jose, sorry. I was in the last meeting.
So good, man. What up?
How are you doing, man?
Just hot as shit in
Hot as
Portugal
shit?
right now.
Portugal. There's no AC
Yeah,
in
no.
Europe, eh?
Yeah, when there's no AC, it's just hot, and that's it, man. It's melting. How's it going?
Stuff. Good. It's it was a huge pollution day in New York recently. There's like fire from Canada, and then the wind blew all the smoke here, so you can't go outside. It's like poison air outside.
Yeah, we've got that sometimes from fires and also like dust from Africa and all that stuff.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's weird, man.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, Jose, thank you for coming today. I'd love a brief introduction about sort of your background and what you're working on.
Yeah, so like I said on my intro, I'm just trying to build SaaS, or I wouldn't call it SaaS as of right now, because I feel like the SaaS thing is on a downward trend, and I'm trying to do something else. But yeah, my whole thing is just finding great partners, mostly sales guys or investors. Then I just quickly validate ideas, and I try to scale them to like at least 7 figures.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. Very cool. So right now you're building what are you building currently?
Yeah, I've got some products I'm building right now. I'm trying to build something more as of something usage-based as infrastructure, not the classic SaaS where you pay per seat and you just use the thing. I'm trying to build stuff that does the thing for you instead of that's it.
Okay. Cool.
Mostly close to sales, because I like to just find a lot of things that compound to make my life easier. So
Yeah.
I'm always trying to build things close to revenue because it's easier to sell.
Yeah, I get that. Same here. So, well, yeah, exactly. That's why you need AI automations. And I remember from your post, you were saying you wanted to optimize your setup currently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we could start with. I'd love to see your current AI workflow setup. Like, what sort of like memory thing you have set up, like maybe your agents.md, Claude.md, and we can see how we can like improve it from there.
Yeah, I'm currently not on my work computer, so I don't have
problem.
much here. But I can quickly brief you because it's really simple. I'm not using anything external. So basically, I just have my parent directory. I have some configuration there, like you said. I already have that, something minimal, more towards some things that I prefer, like the frameworks I like, so that I don't always have to say that. And also the skills I mainly use, which are always there's a set of skills that I use for everything, like Git Nexus, Mobbin, MCP, stuff like that. Then I just go by project and by scope. And what do I mean by that? I just create new projects there on that parent directory, and then I have more static like MD files and stuff that usually design, product, and agents. MD, I usually have those 3. And then if I need to scope further down, I just do it on features or certain domains, stuff like that. I don't have any friction with teams because I'm a solo builder. I usually like to build by myself, and I've been doing that basically for 1.5 years now. And that's it. So I would say the bottleneck right now is I really hate to babysit codecs, and I'm trying to scale my effort, and since all my return over my effort should be in the quality of my decisions and my mind, the clarity I have on what I want done, I shouldn't be spending time babysitting codecs, especially when I clearly see that the things that I keep saying it, when I iterate over things, are things that I could write, in advance. So yeah, I'm just trying to create loops for my work. It's like a buzzword now, but that's what I'm trying to do, and just optimizing memory for that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. That's perfect. I think. Yeah. I mean, this use case lands perfectly for the knowledge graph. I think for you the next step is pretty evident. It would be to just set that up. I think it like the knowledge graph specializes in like data that is like relationship like. So if a lot of stuff that you need to remember is like has no like relationship, then you might need something else. You might need like a vector search. But you can have like both. I would recommend setting up the knowledge graph first because it's actually easier to set up. And yeah, I imagine, like for you maybe have like certain clients, and then like certain projects are related to certain like these clients, and certain features are related to this project, right? So like there's probably some relationship aspect going between all of these things. So
yeah, there's definitely there's pertinent places to benefit from relationships between products I'm validating. Yes.
Okay, that sounds good. So you said you have the parent directory and your repositories are under the parent directory. Is that your setup?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, cool. So what I would do if I were you is just create a folder called wiki in the parent directory. And then each one of your projects can just link back to that wiki. So in your Claude.md or agents.md files, I can send you, like, I'll send you my exact thing after, but essentially you're going to need like two sections, right? So one is like reading, like you have to tell your agent how to read from memory. And then second one is like how to write into memory.
Right.
And then you have like the wiki. So once you have like more stuff, maybe you have a vector search, like a tabular data memory, then you can put those on. But the first point is like to have that wiki there. So to set up the wiki, I have a video in the classroom on how to set that up. But real quick, just let me send you something.
Yeah, I really think I should start with memory because I'm trying to like speed up my development cycle. Yeah. I just felt like my bottleneck was proper memory. So that's what I'm trying to solve first.
Okay, cool. When you say, like, a lot of the stuff you have to repeat, can you give me an example of like what that could be?
Yeah, so let's say I'm doing some UI stuff, or let's go with UI first. So usually my workflow is I just look at some like 2 or 3 references that I really like, which are usually Vercel and 11 Labs. I just use the mob in MCP to just get all the screenshots and base my UX there. And at the end, there's always like 1 or 2 things that should be better, like a layout, spacing, or something that's not quite right. That I'll just have to go there and say, oh, please move that a little bit up, or the color scheme is stupid, or something. So I'm just trying to and I can do it, but I can do it right now to just have another agent like look for that and tell the other to just fix it. If you go on other type of stuff, so let's say I was building like a multi-agent thing as well this week, which does scoring for calls and all that stuff, like sales intelligence, RevOps stuff. And sometimes in some places it was missing some resilience, others like some logging, or just small mess ups that like another agent that knows the project would, like, if it had that single responsibility, it would be able to
Yeah.
to just understand it and loop it back. That's the sort of stuff. So it's mainly review. And also when I just start the builders, I feel like I have to type too much. There's a lot of stuff that can and should be inferred from, from stuff I said before, and also from my preferences. I'm already doing that, but in a really rudimentary way, like I said, and work intensive, which is just creating empty files and scoping them. I need a better way to do it continuously, and to be able to also horizontally scale my work.
Okay. Okay, I understand. I think I understand. So I guess there's like two parts to this. The horizontal scaling part is in like when you do other projects, it needs to like learn from these other projects that you already did and existing guidelines and references, right? And these can just be applied.
Yes. Yeah. And reducing the constant attention I have to give to a certain project, so that instead of me building 3 at the same time, I can build 5 or 6.
Okay, I got you. Okay, yeah. So we need to work on one thing at a time. First is like this the wiki setup. So there's like the exact prompt in here is like this prompt is made by Andre Kaparthi. So if you just put this entire prompt into your Claude Codex in your main directory, it should set the entire thing up for you. Awesome. And I guess you can just I would recommend you to watch that video I have. It's like I made it a while ago, but it's still relevant. It will separate your thing into a few like different folders. Like it'll create the wiki folder, and then separate it like inside the wiki folder. I guess let me share my screen. All right, so basically it's going to set up something like this, and it'll have it's going to set up a wiki folder that has these specific folders. So pages and raw. So raw is essentially anything you can put inside. So you can download pages from Notion, from anything you need. And then you just tell it, run the ingestion. And then it's going to understand from, the existing files, schema here. Like this should be like automatically made from the prompt. You can improve it afterwards. But the important part is like, for example, there's like an index file. So exactly, well, the LLM that's reading this will first read this index file, right? So it's going to see, these are all so I separate this into larger domains. And then if you click into this, there's going to be like subdomains, and like it filters down. So you want your pages to be as specific as possible, so you're not bloating your agent's context with like a huge page of irrelevant information. But that's something you can optimize afterwards. You just want to have this set up first, and then you'll have like it'll automatically create all these pages for you that are relevant to each other. Now it's possible that when you first set this up, it's not like perfect. Well, it's definitely not going to be perfect when you first set this up, especially if you have a lot of data. For you, from the outer repository, you're probably going to say like add to the prompt here, or make it run the prompt first, and afterwards you can improve it and say something like, let's improve our like knowledge graph design by relating like pages into like smaller pages. Like whenever you have a page that's like X amount of length, you want it to just like compact it and create like a bigger topic, so it encompasses everything. So you just want to do a little bit of that afterwards to make sure everything is linked correctly. Like for example, I was showing this earlier. My index, is linked to a few big things, and then content creation itself is linked to, like, for example, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, because each one of those platforms has a specific thing for how to upload, what title to use, and the brand voice. Maybe if you're posting on LinkedIn, on Twitter, you want to post a little bit differently, so you have a different design file for each one of those. So these are still going to be markdown files, right? But it's going to be linked in your knowledge graph so that your agent can find them appropriately. And and then in your agents.md, essentially you want to have one line at least that tells it, we have a wiki here at this path in the repository that has long-term information that is presented as a knowledge graph. So look into it if you need for more information. And so then your agents will know afterwards, right? So for you, like the horizontal scaling part will be stuff like your brand kit. So I should have I think my brand kit is not in this specific folder, but I have a brand kit file that that indicates like color, like which specific color I prefer, like which background or like foreground color, like all this stuff, right? I don't know if you already have that, but definitely have that in.
Yeah,
That would be good. Yeah, that would be perfect to have in your wiki, because it probably is horizontal across different projects, right? So it's still going to take work to maintain the thing, because some things are project specific, some are horizontal. So you just tell your agent to separate that properly. And once you have like this set up somewhat, I think maybe after this we can look into more of like the loops, because I think what you were describing is essentially like more complicated loops where it's just running by itself, right?
Yes, and it's really solid memory for that before I start.
Exactly. Yeah, you need your memory set up before. Yeah, cool. So I would say this is the next step for you.
Right, man. Okay. How can I be valuable to you as well in the community?
I appreciate that, man. I didn't think about that, but if you post and if you share in the community or reply to people, I'm super happy if you can do that. I want this community to help each other out. There's a lot of stuff that you have value that other people could use, and other people as well. Like the client I met just before you, he has like this like a car dealership, a voice agent. He has like 40 clients already. He's doing pretty well. So I think if we showcase ourselves engaging with the community, that will motivate others to do the same.
I would quite like to actually meet that person, because my actual like first clients when I started entrepreneurship and stuff were a dental clinic in New York, actually. So I still have like some voice agents in production for that, but
oh wow,
like I've always liked voice stuff. So
that's very cool.
The thing is, like it was really crappy last year,
Yeah.
But now I feel like it's getting good enough, and I'm really interested in also exploring that.
Yeah, that person's Evan Yu in our community. So feel free to. Yeah, we'll put a summary. Sounds familiar, you said?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Do you know him?
So, it was the guy who created Vue. I think he had Vue.js. I think had it's called Evan Yu. Yeah, it's literally called Evan Yu.
Oh wow. Yeah, I wonder if Vue.js is still. I feel like everyone just uses Next.js nowadays. That's like.
Why not? I just default to it because like I assume like we have more training data, so I just do it, and I like Vercel, and I like not having to think about it. So yeah, those were the days when I used to obsess over which framework to use and all that stuff. But those days are gone.
Yeah, the good old days. I remember that, man. So how do you decide which project you work on?
So I have like my own little internal framework. I usually just follow the money. So I've got like a really nice network. Like some billionaire investment groups, some like multimillionaire, partners as well. Like my partner who owns the company with me is like doing 10 million a year now. Yeah, my last partner, he scaled a company from like 1 million to 50, and his boss, which then became also our partner, had sold for like 500 million. So I just try to look at what these people are doing, and I just do the same. Honestly, like I'm not creative at all. I just start by looking at what they like these people specifically are dumping money on, and I just follow the trail. So then I have a bunch of options because they're usually erratic and are dipping their toes everywhere. So I usually like to decide on two things. The first thing is that it's easy to understand, because if it's easy to understand, it's just easier to sell. And I've found countless times that saves me probably months of work, marketing, and it's crazy how much that affects everything. And the second thing is just making it close to revenue, so that on the sales process, it's just really easy to make one of those Alex Hormozy offers, where they instantly feel stupid if they say no. So all I need to do is just prove value, and they buy. And that's it. Like, I
Nice.
don't care about which area to, or like if it's health or whatever. I don't really don't give it.
So
And if
are
I
you-
have to sell chickens, I'll sell chickens. I just want,
I
I
like
just want to
that.
make money.
Yeah, that's the mentality you need to have to be very successful. I honestly, I'm a lot more picky than you. You know, like for me, it's like, oh, I have to be at least like I have to feel passionate about it. But
Yeah, I don't, man.
a
I
lot of
don't feel
times,
passionate at all about anything, man. Yeah, I've got 3 kids as well. So like
oh
the oldest
wow,
is
okay,
the oldest is 5. I'm 32, by the way, and like I don't have time to or energy to enjoy anything. I just I'm just trying to make enough money to retire and
that's
sleep.
crazy.
That's all. That's all.
So are you currently VC backed? Are you,
No.
okay,
Well, sort of. Like the VC is my partner, so yeah.
right.
In that sense, yeah. But no. When we are trying to not have any investments. I
Okay,
didn't like
yeah.
like my last company, like it went to shit basically because of that. Like we had a nice valuation of it was 3 million. Then we got around 700,000 like investment, and the government doubles it. As soon as the money came, they started giving me shit about my shares and my parts. So I just told them to fuck off and did that. And yeah, if I know if this could not be public, it would be nice. This little part here.
Oh shit,
Um,
we're live right now.
oh shit. Well,
It's okay. There's
uh,
like there's no way they're gonna see this. Okay, there's like
yeah, we're
not that
good.
many
We're good.
people. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what. I had a similar. I also did not have a great experience with VCs. My previous startup was VC backed, and dude, VCs like they really. I have a very bad impression. I met a lot of them during fundraising and SF. Man, most of these VCs don't know absolute shit. They don't know anything, and
yeah.
they're just there like trying to hop on a trend. You know, like, oh, other people are investing in you. You know what? I'm interested too. Like they don't know anything about what's the actual technology or anything going on. So I definitely did not enjoy the sort of
Yes, we
VC
are.
backed route. Yeah.
Like why would you, like, in my opinion, like if you have the option not to go that route, I would never go, because then they are the boss. That
Mhm.
you just have like a golden cage, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, yeah. It's I would say sometimes it depends on your product. Some products lends a lot better to VC backed than not. Like for example, the product I was working on like AI code editor. Like I was basically like Claude Code before Claude Code, and
Yeah, I saw
that
it. What
was
was it
very
called, by the
hard.
way?
Pair AI.
I'm not sure I've ever heard it, but I have like a small faint memory that's
Oh
not being
yeah,
properly
yeah. It's like
queried right now.
more than
But
2 years ago. Yeah, and it
it's when I
was.
started also looking at this stuff, so using
I
it
see.
for code.
Yeah, it was very tough because all the competitors were like 100 million VC backed companies, you know. So we're like,
Yeah.
fuck, like we need this money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
That's why I really don't
choosing.
like to. No, sorry to interrupt, man. I'm
No, go
very
ahead.
interruptive. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I really, I mentioned before, like I never try to disrupt or to create new stuff. I just try to find some place, because like if I just find the smallest wedge in this, I'll be writing 14
That works.
Lambos.
Hmm.
Just have a pink Lambo for each day of the week. Like there's plenty of. So why should I try to like reinvent the wheel? Just copy someone else and do it, and get like 1% of the market, and I'll be rich forever.
That strategy
That's it.
works. You're Portuguese? Are you full time based in Portugal?
Yeah, I never worked a day in the office.
Okay.
I'm a weird person. But yeah, I work fully remotely. Just yeah, and I'm
Okay.
actually Portuguese, so I'm here because I was born here.
I see. I see. Gotcha. Okay, cool, Jose. I have to jump to my next meeting, but that was very nice to have the intro call with you. And make sure you, well, I guess no pressure, but like I would say, set up that the wiki as the first step, and then we can go from there.
All right. Full disclaimer: everything I said before cannot be used against me. It was my Naruto clone.
AI generated, man.
Exactly. I'm just an avatar of the real person.
All right,
So
man.
yes, nice meeting you, and I'll catch you up later, I guess.
Yes, sir, Jose. Keep us updated in the
Bye-bye.
community. See ya, man.
Bye bye.
Hey, W Jose. He was so chill. It was my Naruto clone, he said. He's grinding, man. He has 3 kids, working all these projects. Huge respect, man. Is Ark... So Ark said he might show up for 4:30 spot. So let me see if he's coming. No one else is here. I could use a little break before our last meeting, Ark. So if you don't come, let me know, man. Holy back-to-back meetings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meetings today. Maybe 6. Watch the speed performance. Yo, link me that shit. What's up, Danielito? Dude, this chat is supposed to show me YouTube chat, but it's literally not showing me. Stream not started, bro. I'm literally live. YouTube chat says, so I really enjoyed this. You are the first person who I've seen doing what I'm doing for at least trying to get more plugin. Glad I found you. Hey, of course, Karina. Appreciate you. 6-7. All right, man. Shout out to YouTube chat. Speed performance. Let's go. Let's see this.
Put your flags up in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Dude, how, dude, he's performing at the official FIFA. That's crazy. That's crazy motion right there. All right, I don't know about this. Do we have a meeting? I got you, Jose. I'm not gonna. I don't think I like either of these songs. How's the match going right now? World Cup. 0-0. We're 1 hour in. It's a 90-minute match, right? So there's 30 more minutes. Spain has more shots, better pass accuracy, more passes. It seems like Spain is doing a little bit better, but I don't know. It's 0-0. Any advice on new grads? You gotta be more specific, man. I had a lot of advice for new grads in the stream previously for the people in my private community. There were some new grads in here, so go watch it back. That's what Argentina does. What do you mean? Not score until the end? What's good, Hash Brown? They always come back last 20 minutes and score 2. Yeah, that's when the referee is like, yo, we gotta activate cheating mode, and then they start rigging that shit. Okay. See, I'm not even a soccer fan, but I know what's happening. I'm a new grad too. Hey, congrats, Hash Brown. If you like advice, feel free to join my private community, or just watch the videos and live stream, which I gave advice on a lot of other new grads here. Chat, the content automation system has been working well. Shout out to ASD for the new thumbnails. For the people who haven't been here, this is the new YouTube channel I'm running. It's called Duke Pan. I'm Duke Pan. And if you just look this up, you'll find me. And there's a lot of good nuggets of information here. Client meetings or just general stuff. Super useful. So go check it out, man. I think what I'm going to build is a system through my Duke bot that automatically can find topics. So if someone in my community is like, oh, I need new grad advice, then DukeBot can find all the clips that are relevant to the new grad advice and give it to the person. I don't think Arc is here. Yeah, he's not here. I'm not monetized on the channel yet, as the once if you guys, you know, if I keep working together, and I don't know, we expand and all that stuff, I'm very happy to give you a percentage of this channel, as the like. It's not, especially at the beginning, it's probably not gonna make that much money, since actually I don't know. Because we do have a lot of videos. So cumulatively, it does do... Let's see how many views it did last 30 days, 100K views. Not bad. Not bad. I don't know. We'll see how much this earns. But I'm definitely down to give both you and Viv percentage of the revenue here. Yes, I am live on YouTube. YouTube chat was good. Why are you doing these calls? Doesn't seem worth your time. I mean, today is a special day where I'm doing like 7 calls. So perhaps, wait, hold on. What time is it? Okay. It's, you know, it's a lot. But I don't think, like, I'm definitely not going to do 7 individual calls every week. This is crazy. I'm going to do more like group calls and, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah. But I like helping people, you know. I like helping people. This is what I've been doing since the beginning of my career. Like, I made YouTube videos about my tech progression, internship, software engineering, coding, and yeah, at least now I'm getting paid for it because it's a paid private community, you know. So it's a bit more worth my time now because I did it for like 4 years unpaid. So doesn't seem like Arc is here. It's just, to me, it's important to provide value. If these people are paying to join my community, I don't want this to be some bullshit, you know. A lot of other communities, you just come in and there's nothing going on, right? You just look, it's just some courses. For me, the courses is like, it's free. Courses are free, you know. The resources are abundant. The hard part, right? The thing that matters, or the more scarce resource, is not the courses, but the curation of the courses. Which courses are better for you, more suited for your level, your current progression? What's your next step you should be doing? What projects you should be working on? A network of other people who are working on similar things to you and can help you with more personalized things. So that's what I think the value comes from. So, you know, I can't just not provide that value if I have a community here. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave this thing here because Arc is not making it. Our next meeting is at 5:20, chat. Holy shit, we got 40 minutes. Whew. Should we watch the? Should we just react to the World Cup for 40 minutes before our next meeting? Are you guys watching it? I guess those people who are watching it are probably not in my chat. Is this a live viewing?
It's gonna be a
Live reaction?
long game.
We got Streamer University going on.
Streamer University last year with Agent, because I was working with Agent, so I realized we don't really know each other that well, so
Yeah, we don't.
yeah. What's up, Tarek?
Holy Pokemon
Here we
opening.
go, chat. Here we go. Are we gonna get a hollow here? So we pull.
Okay, yeah, the same jump, right? You got first?
What is everyone doing? Oh, they're also watching.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh! Yo, chat. Does anybody have a
all of you
link?
guys that are watching me right now.
Does anybody have a link to the World Cup? How do I watch this shit? We love Duke Penn. Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Our next meeting is Ian. He's a consultant. And he has been confirmed. Let me remove this. Can we even stream the World Cup? I can't stream it on my computer, but you know, I'll just put it on the side. We'll have to react to it. All clips of Streamer University are just fights and arguments. Yeah, that's what it is, man. They have to farm that to get your attention. It's just they have some of it like. From being a streamer, from having lived that life, it's like a lot of it is fake, but the fake shit turns into real shit, and it's just so messy, you know. It's like, imagine being incentivized to be messy. When you're an entertainment live streamer and you have to mingle with all these people, you are incentivized to create drama, create beef, argue with people, make people look worse so they can attack you back. It's like that is the incentive in when you're doing that type of work. And I think that's a thing that I really didn't like. And I feel like it makes you a worse person. You know? It's like why do I have to create drama with my boy just to entertain people? It's like I'd rather have like a good relationship with my, like if they're my actual friend, I'd rather be real with them, you know? And ironically, the Riz content was actually more real because when you're rizzing, you're not like artificially creating drama, right? Like you actually at least you're rizzing. Unless you're rizzing people that you don't even like, which is honestly very hard to do, you know? You ever try to riz a girl that you have completely, or a guy if you're a girl, that you have completely no interest in? It's like the motivation to speak is you have to fess that up, you know? It's not that simple. Just say that you're mad you didn't get into Streamer University. Dude, I'm not shitting on Streamer University, idiot. I think Streamer University is great content. This is a nuance here. Streamer University is probably the best piece of content in the past, I don't know, like how many months? Maybe a year? This entire year. This is the best thing that has come for entertainment content, especially with live streaming. That doesn't mean that it's like, that doesn't mean it's like a healthy relationship these people are having. A lot of these people, they don't even like each other. They hang out with each other. They don't even like each other. So I'm just saying, is like, understand what's going on behind the scenes, right? You don't have to understand it, right? You can just watch this and think. Like, that's probably the best way to watch this, actually, is just, turn your brain off and you're like, ha ha ha, that's fun and games. And that's entertaining. That's good, right? But what I'm saying is, like, if you're actually living it as like the person doing the thing, if you're actually in that circle, it's a lot less fun than it looks like. Sorry, I missed all the meetings today because of the World Cup. Hey, no worries, man. You're not the only one in Zader. I appreciate you passing by even right now. I was trying to actually watch the World Cup right now because our next meeting is our last one is at 5:20. So we have 30 minutes. If anyone has a link for the World Cup, send it to me, please, so we can react to it together. Claude plus browser automation doing good so far? Hell yeah. Let me take a look. See that title, I looked into that title. Too much drama for my liking. But that's the thing, right? As humans, you are almost like inherently built to enjoy drama, right? Every show you watch is, if there's no conflict, it's not as interesting. You want there to be some conflict, some drama, some shit going on that's bad. And that's what makes, like, it increases the stakes and it makes it interesting. But there is a bit of a difference between, acting, right? When it's like all scripted drama versus half real, half fake, people being messy, and then you're incentivized to be a certain character that is like bad for your personal growth. Like, it's just, a little bit different. Pick an anime character real quick. Okay, chat. Asdi is gonna make an anime thumbnail for this video, I guess. Which anime character? Let me think. For the browser one? Actually, the only thing that comes to mind is JJK and freaking Attack on Titan and Naruto. Like, One Piece. Oh, One Piece character. Any One Piece character. We haven't tried that one. Ludwig has been so genuine about the professor persona in Shimmer University. Yeah, I saw some clips of Ludwig. He was giving out some pretty good information. I met Ludwig as well before. He was pretty nice. But, it's like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't trust any of these people. And it's not even like, it doesn't even have anything to do with who they are as a person and their character. It's just by being in that line of business, they are just incentivized to not be a quote unquote real friend to you. As in, if you get canceled, if you fall off, if you're less popular, they are incentivized to not hang out with you anymore. That's just how brutal that industry is, unfortunately. So it's like, man, I don't want to spend much of my time trying to think, oh, is this guy really my friend or not? It's like, that's like not a really good position to be in, right? You want to, like, I have friends where they're doing things completely different than I am. So it's just, it doesn't really matter the position I'm in, right? Ludwig says he makes 800K from sponsor. I saw the video. He said that. I wouldn't. It wouldn't be that surprising if it's true. He has 3 sponsorships, right? AT&T. What are the other 2 he mentioned? The big companies, right? Big companies. So 3. That's like, let's say 300K each. Makes sense. Hey, what's up, Viv? You speaking from experience? Yeah. I mean, I spent like almost a year being a entertainment live streamer, right? And from that experience, like we made Streamable, right? The tech software. But I also gained a lot of experience just like relationship wise. I've been dealing with people and people in this like entertainment industry. It's I've seen like the relationships behind the scenes of these people, and it's actually very messy. But these people that you know, right? Like these streamers, the relationships they have with each other behind the scenes is pretty complicated. And then what makes it even worse is because live streaming takes so much of like your actual time, right? Hours. You cannot leverage your skill to reduce your hours because you have to be present to be in the live stream. And that's fine, right? You love live streaming, that's cool. But this means it's very hard for you to build actual genuine relationships with other people because you're live streaming. Like you're not offline playing pickleball with like this guy. You're going to a brunch with that guy. Like, it's like you have to be live. You have to be working. And then when you're not working, you're planning about content. And then so you're like, okay, I got to plan content with this person because it's like that would just make more sense than this other person. So then all your relationships are like content based. And if you had, let's say you had some drama with someone, right? Or not drama, but like you have some misunderstanding with someone else. You're not even incentivized to clear up that misunderstanding, right? But if that person is like getting shit online, or you think they like did something to you wrong when they didn't even do anything to you wrong, but it's like you're not incentivized to clear that up unless they're like a popular streamer, right? You're incentivized to be just like, whatever, I'm just gonna move on. I have to do my content with this other person who's more popular today or that day, and this other person who like said something, but it might have been a joke, right? During the live stream, people make jokes during the live stream. You're chopped, you're this, you're not funny, you're broke. Like people make all types of jokes like that during these live streams. And you think it's just jokes, but no, people take it personally. Like these streamers, they take it personally. They have egos, and this is something I learned. I had to learn going in because I come from a tech background, and I already come from abundance, right? Because I have a software engineer job. I have some money, right? Like I'm good. Like I'm good regardless I stream or not. So I did not have any insecurity when it comes to these things, like these like small details about maybe like money or like looks or shit like that, because I already have like I guess I'm also older, so I've been through these things. But these streamers who are younger, 21, 22, people say, oh, you're chopped, like ha ha ha, but behind the scenes they're actually mad at that. Like I was like, what? Like I thought it was a streaming joke. Like people call everyone chopped, but then motherfuckers have ego and then they hold a grudge against you. It's like, I don't know, man. I was like, this is some childish shit. Like I don't want to deal with this. I'm not describing anyone specifically. It's just like a general stuff I've seen from like, just people behind the scenes and stuff like that. Choose one. Okay, let me see the Discord. Oh, wait, Asdi, where did you send it to me? You got some new ones? Or are you telling me to choose between these? Yo, look at these thumbnails, chat, from Asdi. Dude, that's sick. I don't know if I'm getting brainwashed into thinking these thumbnails are good. Or it's like they're actually good, but I'm liking them. What's up, Vivs? She says, speaking of content, we're gonna need way stronger hooks for TikTok promotions to work. Yes, I agree. I think right now these videos that were automated are more optimized for YouTube. and we have to improve the system for it to like know to optimize for different platforms. It's like for the same topic, same clip, maybe like for this, let's say for this clip to be literally 10x better for TikTok or Instagram, it literally just had to like start 20 seconds later. Like maybe that's like the only difference, right? So it's like small differences might be needed to optimize for each platform, and that's like separate work we have to do to optimize the system. But for now, just cross-posting them is already better than nothing. I think for short form, the first 5 seconds is like more important, like that hook. So what I imagine we have to do is like in the content automation system, we have to like when it's editing, we have to make sure that the first 5 to 10 seconds is like an important sentence, like a sentence that is a hook type of sentence, like it shouldn't start off with, all right guys, so I think one of the issues, like it shouldn't be like that, right? It should be like, the biggest issue today when you're using these models is, right? Like that's like a hook, right? It has to be something like that. So yeah, it's just, we have to work on it. I'm looking at the TikTok right now. Damn, these clips are not doing well. Some of them got 3 views, but is it because, let me see. Damn. Now I'm wondering, okay, these clips are actually doing terrible. 12 views, 8 views, 5 views, 6 views. I think there could be another issue at play here. I feel like most of these guys would be assholes. Hold on. Sorry, I see there's a lot of chat here. Let me... Yeah. I just don't like being a type of person that depends on others' approvals, I was like, if you have to play being the popular kid at school, I was like, you gotta be careful what games you pick to play, right? That's not a great game to play. Trying to be the popular kid at school, especially when the school is like a high school type of vibe where a lot of people are like not really thinking that much. Ludwig had some advice on what kind of titles to create for good viral thumbnails. Yeah, I saw that video. I knew that information already. We just have to implement it better. So essentially the idea is you pick thumbnails and titles from existing viral videos or trending videos, and that could be from your own niche or from a different niche, but you just adapt it, right? I think his example was like, what was the title? It was like, I tried to be the best swimmer in a day. So you can be like, I tried to be the best vibe coder in a day, right? You can just adapt different topics to your current niche. It's like, basically the idea is like evidence-based thumbnail and titles, right? So evidence-based videos as well. So when I make my next video, I'm also trying to apply that as like, I want it to be evidence-based. So if that topic, nobody is talking about that topic, nobody gives a shit about it, then maybe I should not prioritize that video, right? And for example, this last title that we have here, Claude plus browser automation explained 2 minutes, is a title I looked on YouTube and I saw titles similar to this were doing well, like those videos. And that's why I changed the AI one to this. And I think it's doing better than the other ones. This was posted just today or yesterday. And these videos, I do not expect, so these videos unlisted, I do not expect them to have that many views. If these videos can get, let's say, 1,000 views, that's really good. You understand? Because these videos are extremely niche. They're niche and they are not targeted specifically for YouTube, right? Because they're like from my live stream cutouts. And the goal of this is to get clients, right? So I can get more people into my community and also help whoever's watching these videos. So that is the metric we're looking at. The only successful TikTok I edited were those ultra fast-paced edits for people with the attention span of a goldfish. Yeah. Yeah. I can show you. Hold on. it's the AI videos. Like for example, this guy is like pretty popular in the AI space. Nick, he has pretty good content, and you can see his long form is not like super edited, but his shorts are incredibly
ChatGPT and Cursor,
like
Google
this is
silently
very
released 10
edited.
AI vibe coding tools, and the best part, they're completely free. First, we have Anti-Gravity, their new AI code editor, which works just like Cursor and lets you build fully functional apps and websites with just simple text prompts. Then we got Google's AI Studio, which is perfect for spinning up quick AI-powered apps in seconds. Next is Stitch, their AI design tool that turns your prompts and wireframes into literal.
So you see, this is like highly edited content. If you make stuff like this, it's gonna work 100%. But we're not there yet. Okay, we're not at this step yet. One thing at a time. Let's try to get YouTube down first to like 1,000 views per clip. That's like really good. If we get 1,000 views per clip. Another guy, right, is Coding Jesus. Now this guy he kind of does the same method as me. I think he has like live streams, and he has clips where it's like more edited.
CPP quiz.
12-year-old question.
But he also has clips where it's from his live stream. And I've seen some of those clips do very well. Also, yeah, a quick note here is like, I think for the clips, we need to remove the fade in. Because like from the page itself, everything's black screen. So I need to remove the initial fade in for videos. Anyways, but I'm trying to find an example here. I think he posted on his second account. Oh, this is from live stream.
Alrighty, this is our guy. He's a doctor. I took this class before Gen AI was a thing.
So I've seen clips of him have just horizontal. I think he's upgraded, so now he's vertical, right? Vertical platform.
He's genuinely been one of the worst people, forget professors, I have come across. Genuinely made me want to switch my major, but I kept it out of pure spite. There's things I really want to say, but I must refrain. His wife.
So you see this. Not bad. 82K views, right? This is her live stream too. This is all live stream here. And
Alrighty, this is our guy.
Yeah, see, this is like the start of this video is not that great, right? Alrighty, this is our guy.
The doctor. I took this class before Gen AI was a thing.
I think this would start off better if it started right here. I took this class, blah, 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 blah. Like for clips, I think if I'm reading, let's say I'm reading something from the chat, like basically consistent posting 2 vids to YouTube, right? So it's like the hook is the read from the chat itself or from whatever I'm reading. And then my response to it. I think these type of reaction stuff are probably easier to do well, even if it's like a clip from a live stream without like a specific hook, because the hook is like whatever I'm reading. I wonder if Dubot can format the screen like that. Yeah, it definitely is capable, but it's gonna take a bit. So there's 2 parts of this. One is making it able to do that, and 2 is connecting that to our existing system. And right now it's just a little bit messy because our Dukebot content automation system has too many capabilities, right? You can edit videos, like even the thumbnail itself has like the simple mode, the different modes. So I don't want it to get confused on different things. And these clip here will be specific for vertical form. And the way this would work, right? So let's think about this. You would need a first pass. The agent has to perform a first pass and detect where my camera is. And where the screen is. Now the screen might be a bit difficult. So probably the MVP version of this is simply detect where my camera is and just put like the middle of the screen or some shit. And then make this, and then the second pass is edit this into like the vertical stack. And then the third pass is like a review. Like, is the camera good throughout the video? And that's pretty much it, right? So I guess like that's the optimized version of it, is having the 3 pass. But I think the hard part for this is just like, it's hard to do one pass to make this work, because during the first pass, it would have to see, okay, where is the camera? And then let me edit the camera to be this place. Like it has to do like all that shit in one pass is kind of hard. So I think the prompt for this, it has to be like separated into like at least 2 passes, where the first one is just to look at where my camera is. Yeah. Like I said first pass, but like there's an initial pass, which is like just determining that this segment is a clip, right? It's from like 1 minute to 3 minute is a clip. And then second pass is determining where my camera is. Okay, found the camera. And that is the output of the second pass. And the input to the third pass is, here's the 1 minute to 2 minute is a clip we want to cut. Camera position is here. We want it to be a vertical stacked 1080 by 1920, whatever the dimension is. And then it edits that video. And then the last pass is like the review. Like, oh, let me just look at it again, make sure everything's good. So it would have to be something like that. Yeah. I think I would structure it differently. So the initial thing is looking at the text and dialogue, right? That's the first thing before anything is done, is to know where, like, which segment. Yeah. Viv, I would try it out. On like if you have a Claude subscription, I would just try it out using your own Claude first, because then you don't have to deal with integrating it inside DukeBot, right? Because if you're using DukeBot and you're making something new, you have to worry about, okay, how do I like also integrate this into the existing system so it doesn't fuck up like the other shit, right? But it's easier if you just work on one thing at a time. So let's say you just have like a 5-minute segment, and it just has to like, perform the stacking correctly through your local Claude, and then we can just like tell it, okay, create a skill based on what you just did, and then we take those prompts and we just put them into DukeBot. W thumbnail. Oh shit, did you ask me a question? Sorry, I was like, I got lost in the explanation. Damn. Oh man, both of these are good. Wait, no, hold on. You can't pick one with Luffy has a knife, because that's like too niche. Pick like one where he's like punching or something. Oh, these are kind of this one. Yo, this one will go crazy. Hold on. Here you go. Try these. Yeah. Shit, I gotta pee. Chat, our last meeting is in 9 minutes. Oh shit, YouTube chat, my fault. Let me see. What was your first several live streams like? Before you were doing this, I had a schedule. I don't know. Shoot, my live streams switching over from gaming to professional. It says my TikToks are horrible too, but YouTube loves the same content. It might be your audience you have already built before. TikTok have confused. I'm posting on a new TikTok account. So it just has a lot less audience to begin with. But even then, it should have more than. So, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about this. Is like, it's possible that TikTok is detecting it to be a bot posting. That would be terrible, because then TikTok is just gonna shadow ban my account. TikTok is a lot more strict when it comes to bot activity compared to Instagram and YouTube. So that is in the realm of possibility there. And the solution to that is we need to slow down the upload process. Overtime 0-0. Jesus, what a uneventful finals. I've been streaming for many years, Corina. Yeah, I did all type of live streams, man. I used to do coding live streams, and then I did entertainment. I did Riz. I did Riz streams, and now I'm doing like these like client calls, AI stuff. But yeah, I have to investigate why the TikTok is not doing so well. Dude, I'm using this chat merger, but it's not really working. I can't even see the YouTube chat here. On TikTok, you gotta warm up your TikTok? Yeah, but I posted before. Like, look, I posted all my OpenClaw stuff here. And you can see it has a couple thousand views, each one of them. All right? But these are, like, I guess, better videos. I don't even know. I don't even know if they're counted as better videos. Essentially, like, the flow, like, you should understand from this is you use your agent as a way, like, this is the research. I think a major problem, the next step for clips, actually before anything, before even the vertical stack, is to create a title. Like, we need a title here, you know, with the message bubble. Like, not having that is probably like 50% of the issue right now. Or not this issue specifically, but like, it just makes it a lot, like the highest reward change we can make right now is probably adding the title to these clips. I just you know, the workflow with like this type of
1997. I'm teaching my best friend how to.
I wonder if it's possible instead of saving the VOD, the stream layout, OBS could save an editor canvas. Basically, stream outputs. Oh. Yes, Viv. Oh my God, yeah, you're totally right on that. And then it could use the same transcript. It doesn't even have to retranscribe. I will look into that, Viv. That is, dude, I'm so dumb. I think Streamable, dude, our streaming software can literally do that. Like, there's a vertical orientation. Like, I'll set this up. I will set this up for next time. Shit, I really have to pee. I have a meeting in 5 minutes. Be right back. Let me pee. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I have to pee. Be right back. Oh my God. I have to. Holy shit. The longest pee of my life. What is this music, man? Get out of here. Restream is just for the chat. It's like a multi-platform chat. Also, Viv, if you're still here, isn't it like hella late for you? How are you still up? Argentina got a red card. He sent a man flying. Holy shit. What's Messi up to? Ian, 1 minute. He's a finance graduate and a consultant. Let's go. Last meeting. Holy shit, man. My sleep schedule is effed up. It's okay, babe. Do you have a? I guess it's summer, so you don't have school, right? Also, for these meetings, each meeting is like a separate recording in Google like Meets. So I'll give you access to like the meetings drive as well, in case that's like easier to because like each meeting can literally just be like a video on its own, right? So I don't know, or they can be cut from the VOD directly. College, yeah, you have a college in right now in summer classes. I know, because before you were in high school, like 2 years ago or a year ago. So I assumed that you graduated high school and then you're in college now. What are you studying? Oh shit, it's meeting time, boys. What the fuck? Yo, where's the link, man? Here. August 10. First semester? Gotcha. All right. We're going to have a meeting with Ian. He is a consultant and has a finance oh, fuck. Wrong account. Hold on. Oh my god, oh my god. What did I press? Okay. Alright, we're in. I don't think I joined this properly. Let me rejoin this. Oh, I used companion mode. I don't even know what that is. Alright. Now is the actual meeting. With Ian Kim. He's a consultant and has a finance background. Here we go. Yo.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, bet.
You're in the gym.
Yeah, I have a bench press in my room.
Holy shit.
But I'm trying to get rid of it. So if you want to buy it, you can have it. But,
I do not have space for that, man. I'm in New York.
How have you been? How's your week been?
Good, man. Just busy with the pollution. Are you in New York too?
Yeah, I'm in Queens. Like
Okay.
It was a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
It's good now.
Cool.
What was it? It was from Canada, right? The
Yeah, it
wildfires?
was from
I
Canada.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my part though. Like I'm from Quebec. The thing.
Oh,
was
you're from Canada?
Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I grew up in
Right.
Montreal.
Didn't this happen like last year too?
I think it happens like once a year.
Really? It's because of like the summer.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe. I don't know.
Are you from
Um,
here?
Yeah, I grew up in. I don't know if you've been to like Flushing,
Yeah,
Bayside.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
I
yeah.
grew up. I guess like I could do like an introduction and
Uh-huh. Yeah, that'd be great.
anyway. But my name's Ian Kim. Grew up in Queens, so like Flushing, Bayside area. Just graduated from Cornell. I guess like sort of like my progression to like how I've come here. So like I went to Cornell, was in the Dyson School, which is like the business school. Studied finance. I wanted to do banking in the beginning, like investment banking. But during my sophomore year, I started making Fortnite maps like with my brothers. So like we started making like a lot of money doing that. So I sort of looked at the opportunity cost of doing Fortnite maps or recruiting for banking, and I was like, let me just do Fortnite maps. So I did that, and then the summer of my sophomore year, I was really considering like just not going to school and like doing the maps full time. Like that's what my brothers do. Like they do that full time now. But I was like, as like my parents are very atypical in the sense like they're okay with like me doing whatever I want. Like they wouldn't have really cared. But I feel like deep down they sort of care. So I was like, let me go back to school. Recruited for consulting my junior fall. And I did like restructuring. I don't know if you've heard of like restructuring consulting, but it's like sort of niche. It's like companies go bankrupt and like you try to fix the financials to help them get back on top. But did that last summer. I was maybe working like 70, 80 hours a week, which was not awesome. But I ended up, I didn't get a returns, and I was gonna like interview for like a different group at the same firm, like tax restructuring, but they decided not to like hire this cycle. So I got sort of cooked, and then I was like recruiting for a bunch of other places, and that ended up where I'm going to be starting tomorrow, I guess. But it's like an executive compensation consulting firm, which is like how much do you pay CEOs and like how do you design pay packages. So I don't think I'm going to be working too much, like which is a lot better. So I guess this past month and a half since I graduated, I've been like really trying to like figure out what are things that I care about and skills I want to develop. Because I think 2026, I've been focused a lot on like, what do I want? What do I enjoy? Let me make the decisions in the life. And even if things don't work out, I feel a lot better having made those decisions. So stumbled across Claude Code, and I started playing around with it. I was watching Nate Herc a lot. I don't know if you've seen him.
Yep, I know Nate.
But he's the one that I started watching. And so a lot of like what I do is based off of like what his videos are in his community. And then I saw your video and I was like, oh, like he also has, like Nate has a school community and a paid one. And I saw your video and I was like, honestly, I feel like joining a smaller one probably has a lot more potential upside as opposed to like his has like 3,000 people. Yeah. I'm not going to talk to Nate. I'm not going to lie. So I was like, let me join and yeah, see how it goes. I think for me, like less about making money. I feel like the process is like, I just want to be here and be able to learn as much as I can. I feel like money, it's always going to come like no matter what you do, if you just put in the right like steps and like learn from the right people. So I think it's like good to be part of community like with like great people like you, obviously. So yeah, that was a little long, but that's
great. Thanks for the intro, Ian. I guess I'll give some intro about myself as well. I agree very much with your philosophy about learning skills. I think that's the most important part. That's kind of been my philosophy this entire time. I did business first in university, and then I transferred to computer science like my second year because I noticed like the tech market was insane. It's like you can have a chill lifestyle and make a lot of money and be like technical and like do things that actually like stimulate the mind. So I went into that, and I also wanted to like make content. I always wanted to be a content creator, and I saw like a niche unsaturated market in the tech content space. So back then, this was maybe like 4 years ago, not a lot of people were making tech content. Nowadays there's a lot, but back then it wasn't. And I think my plan kind of worked out. Basically, like during my third year or something, I did like a big tech internship, and then I was posting videos about like coding and tech, how to get into tech or internship, like vlogs about that. And then my videos blew up. I think I did like 6 million views in like 2 weeks on the third video on that channel. But before that channel, I had like hundreds of videos on different other channels, and it kind of worked out from there. But I also went through a lot of ups and downs. Like I had my offers rescinded from Meta because of like the recession and a whole bunch of other bullshit. And then I did my startup about 2 years ago, and now I help like big tech companies implement AI agents. So I think, it's great. You're at the right place for learning. I think that's what I focus on as well. I had some, I was thinking if I should make this community more like money making focused or more like learning focused. And I definitely prefer learning focused because I don't know, like the money making stuff is like, there's a lot of communities for that already. And it's usually it's not like long-term things, long-term things you learn. It's more like a bit of like hustle here and there, which is good. It's good. It's just, so I think it's very cool you did the Fortnite maps. I'm familiar. I have a friend who also did something similar, and I think it shows your entrepreneurial spirit. So with AI nowadays, it's this is like the multiplier. So if you have the right mindset and you know how to use it correctly, I think you have a lot of chance on building something. Yeah, and you're currently about to start. I think you start tomorrow, right? You're a consultant.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Cool. Do you know what you're going to work on already?
Like projects wise?
Yeah.
I think the first, like our program, I think the first 2 months is like training. So I think it's like pretty chill. But the reason why I chose this firm, like an executive compensation consulting, is I feel like consulting as a whole is sort of cooked. So when I realized I'm not going to be returning to restructuring, I was like, okay, let me find like consulting firms that focus in like recurring engage, because like consulting is like you have to get engagements, right? And I think exec comp is a little different because once you have a client, you do the same types of engagements every single year, and so that's why there's like I feel like there's less of a chance of getting getting laid off or whatever, because you're always going to be on an engagement. I mean, we'll see how true that is, but so that's why I joined. And I think joining a smaller firm, because like where I worked last summer was like 10,000 people. Where I'm working now is like maybe like 100, 200 people. I think at a smaller firm, you have more like opportunity to like really like talk to everybody, and like if people know you, they're not gonna like want to fire you, So those are like the two philosophies I was sort of thinking about. But I'm excited. I met all of like my cohort, like my analyst class, 2 days ago. What day is it? Sunday? Yeah, Friday. And they're super chill. So
nice.
I'm happy. Like I get paid like decent. And I don't think I'm gonna be working as much as I was working last summer. So I'm excited to like put that time. I think the big thing for me, I was talking to my friends, is like, dude, like you work, you go home and you're like, oh, I just want to chud max,
Yeah.
But I think like for me, like since I know that might be a problem, like I've been actively like this past few weeks, like I've been like making sure that I have systems in place so that I am productive even when I'm tired. So we'll see how that goes.
I'll tell you firsthand. I've been doing the having a job and then working on side stuff for many years now. So I will help you keep accountable and motivate you. It's definitely hard at times. You're not going to be perfect every night. Like not every night of the week you're going to be like super motivated or not tired to do work. But as long as you get a couple days out of the week, even 3 or 4 like good days, or even like 3 good nights is like pretty good already. And even right now, I'm still working for these like big tech. So, but I'm also doing this and creating content. So it's definitely possible. So, that's the first thing you need to realize, is definitely possible. And this is your way out. Like these nights and weekends, it's your way out of consultancy. You do not want to I'm telling you, like, if I was you, my goal would be like stop being a consultant in the next, like, I don't know, 2-3 years, right? Because I think there is, like, just being real with you, there is a sort of a, what's the word, like a stigma regarding consultants. Because it's like, as a consultant, people say you don't actually own the work since you're giving suggestions and you don't get the consequences and all of that. But as long as you're aware, I think that's fine. And when you work at this firm, like the executive compensation firm, is what's very good is you will learn some secrets. Compensation is a pretty gated sort of topic. So it's like AI is not going to know what is the compensation of like Fortune 500, like every Fortune 500 CEO or CTO, like all these different roles, right? And this is not all publicly available. So you, like, by working in that role, and you can have a good knowledge of like these secrets, this is going to be super useful because no one else has this, right? So you have to just look out for these secrets that you cannot obtain anywhere else. And obviously just using AI in your workflow day to day. So I would love to see what is your current AI workflow. If you could show that to me now or just describe it, that would be great. Like how you use or what you use.
Yeah, I can show you. I actually made like a PD. I don't know. I didn't know what I had to prepare for this call, but
no, nothing.
I made like a PD. Okay, yeah. I made like a PDF. So I think I've been doing Claude Code for like maybe a month now. I started in like middle of June. So I spent like the first week and a half I watched like the 10-hour video from Nate. And I was like going through a bunch of stuff. And like honestly, like I don't really know a lot about coding, but but everything that I've learned is like you just have to have like the right systems and like the right way of like thinking about how to use Claude Code. So I'm gonna screen share this. Let me do this. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So this is like the first thing that I've built. And I was thinking about, like where in my life do I feel like there's value gaps where I can improve and like focus on things. So I guess like I wanted to put my life into like one dashboard that opens every day. And so it's basically the idea. It's like I have all of my finances. So like I put all of like my bank statements in like, bank statements, credit card statements, and like investments, and it'll track everything. And like I have like a Whoop, so I track like my health, and it's like connected, like my goals, habit, tasks, routines, my daily journal, and like connected to my Google Calendar. So it'll show like Google Calendar stuff. So I think the way I sort of envisioned it was having a dashboard where I can look at things and then using Claude Code to ask questions about decision making, and like processes that I might have, and like updating things as we go. And so the way the thing that I'm struggling with right now is like I feel like there's so many skills, and like I spent so much of my time like trying to like think of like what skills do I really need to help myself think, and like for Claude Code to ask me questions. And so like the sort of structure I have right now is like down here I have like a grow me skill, like a roast skill. So like before I start any project, I'll always have those skills in. Let me see, like impeccable I use for like UI design. Yeah. And like skill creator, and like I'll make sure before I start to be like, as we go, do you think it's better? If you want to create a skill, you have the skill creator skill to do so as you feel like. And like session handoff, I feel like it's better than compact. Because it's like I learned this from Nate, but this skill is like once like my contacts gets to like maybe like 300K, like I'll use session handoff and then clear and then make Claude read it, and then we go again. And like what I've started using now for this project specifically was like the superpowers, like I found out about recently. And then the Karpathy skills. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's sort of like what the structure I have. Like my question to you would be like, how would I improve upon like doing this? I know you talk a lot about like having the harness and like what is it, like having the wiki, right? Which
Yeah.
I do have on this project specifically, or like, but yeah, that's like sort of where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is great. Yeah, you have some pretty good skills now down here. What are you building something specifically with this setup currently?
Like, can you explain what that question means?
Like,
Am I
like
producing stuff that I put out externally for this through this?
yeah, yeah, like an example of how you would use like these skills.
Oh, like these skills were used to create this
This
like
document. Okay, got you.
yeah, yeah,
And
and
is
like
this
this entire operate like the Life OS dashboard and like everything.
okay? And this dashboard here, is this the first time you're making this, or do you like make this every couple days or something?
This is like the first time I've made it, and like the way I sort of envisioned it is like having that Claude Code project be like sort of like a home base for everything that I do, like financially,
Gotcha.
health wise, and like
Got you.
like journal wise.
Got you. Okay, so then my question would be, do you feel like this dashboard, like if you look at this right now, how useful do you feel like this dashboard is?
I think that's like a great question because I feel like there's a lot of value in like having everything in one place, but at the same time, like I knew like going in a dashboard like this is very dependent on like me checking it every day.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I sort of knew that this project might not be as useful, but I think having a dashboard is useful in tandem with like decision making because I want to use Claude Code itself, like the terminal, as like a decision maker and like asking questions and stuff.
Great. Exactly. So what I would say here is you want your agent to have the memory of these things about you, right? Like whether it's your health, your calendar, all this stuff, so it can improve its decision making whenever you ask it a question that might be relevant to any of these things. Now, the problem with the dashboards is, I also ran into this before, is like the fact that you're having to look at it every now and then and having to decipher what's going on. It's honestly a lot of work and a lot of noise. Like it's just it's too much things to look at for you to keep track. So you want your agent to be the guy keeping track about all this stuff. If you have, some health issue that your thing can detect, your agent should just tell you that automatically, right? You don't want to have to like look at a dashboard every day for this stuff. So can you go up again? Let me see the different categories you have here. Okay. So what I would try to focus on is reducing the noise, first of all. So in all of these domains, like, can we nail down something that is actually like signal that would be useful for you to know? And my intuition here, can you let me see the other domains real quick again? Domains: growth, journal, calendar. Okay. So my intuition here is the most useful thing will probably be in the finance category, because I don't know how maintain your journal is, so that depends on you. The health thing, it's like, what, it's gonna tell you like, you gotta sleep 30 minutes more. Like, I don't know if that's helpful.
I feel like the health thing was like more of like a cosmetic, because like my Whoop, the app has all of it's like basically a reprint.
Yeah.
So I think like the thing that I've been trying to focus on like the past day and a half is like a lot of this is like sort of like, I do agree it is noise, and that's like a valid point. And so I think it's like trying to figure out what really brings value is like
exactly. Yeah.
Sort of,
no worries. Yeah, we can get down to it. So the first thing here is like the previous thing you said about the agent knowing all this stuff so it can like make better decisions. That is very important, and that will exist in the form of memory. So that could be like that wiki, the second brain, and it's not just that, right? It's like how you set up your workspace, like your Claude.md, agents.md, like how your agent is linked to all these different type of like memory pieces and platforms, like your Whoop, all these different things. And that's a separate thing. Right now, I think we can first focus on like what exactly is the signal here, right? And my intuition is like the finance part, also like the calendar. Like the calendar thing, I think before a lot of people were talking about this, like, oh yeah, it would tell me if there's a meeting, if this and that. But I don't really find that super useful because it's like,
Yeah.
the meetings today, like I already know what meetings I have today. I don't need my agent to tell me, yo, you got a meeting in 5 minutes. Like I already know. So I also don't find the calendar thing super useful unless it's for more long, like a sprint planning. It's like, oh, plan out my next 2 weeks days and put tasks on there, kind of like a Jira board. I think the finance one is the easiest one to get some value in the simplest way possible. And an example for that is detecting lagging subscriptions that you have that you're paying that you don't even know. Do you have any like for example, me, last month there's this dude who was using my credit card. I didn't even know. He used it for like 3 months through my like Apple ID, and he bought like $900 of stuff. And I was able to like trace that down by using my agent. So I assume you gave your agent your statements, like your credit card statements.
Yeah, like in CSV, and then I gave it like my positions and stuff, but like and like what I hold on my investment, like brokerage accounts and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me think.
I think one thing I'll say, like I do
Yeah.
agree. And like a question that I have is like, you like honestly, like I agree, like this is sort of useless, like the dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if my Claude already has all of the information, like should I just use the Claude like as a decision maker?
Yes.
Like sort of like scrap this right?
Yes.
I feel like I would be perfectly fine with just having that project.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Like the
Okay.
dashboard is nice to look at, the UI is nice to look at, but honestly, most of the time you don't really need it. Like
Yeah.
you just talk to your Claude directly. Like the hard part is performing the integrations with all of these different things that you have. And then the next step after, like, okay, I have these integrated. Then it's like, how do I set up my memory workspace so that it actually remembers shit and know, like all the statements that you have through this finance domain, like where do you have this place? Like, is it just like in your downloads folder? Is it in a specific Claude folder? Like, how is your agent going to find this, tomorrow if you ask a question about it? Like, that setup is like something you have to put more effort into like setting up. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think that's perfectly valid points for sure. All right, yeah, that's basically what I've been working on. I think at the end, like I'll probably end up scrapping this, but
I mean that's fine. It's just like you learn from this, right?
Yeah,
it's good.
I think I guess I'll talk a little bit about like my thought process where I see going next.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to actually ask first before I talk about this, like when you talked about working for like companies and like integrating AI agents into their workflows, like can I learn a little bit more about that and like how, because like I think for me the value that I see or like that I see learning from you is like I eventually want like to like start selling stuff to clients and stuff too. So how do you manage, like attract, like provide value, and like how would you like sort of like outline value for a client if you're selling something to them? That's like my question.
How would you outline value? So the usual flow is like if you can set up a free meeting, like you give this person or a business, let's say it's like a small medium businesses are a lot easier to attract, like just locally, and then because like the value proposition is like it's risk free for them if the first meeting is free, right? It's like maybe 40 minutes of their time, and then from that meeting, right, you record the entire meeting. And then you can have your Claude transcribe it. And through the meeting, you go through all the problems they have in their systems. And during that part is essentially your context gathering, right? Like all the problems this guy has in his business. And then through this, you can see everything that you can automate, right? And everything is you can automate. But then you just have to prioritize which one will be the easiest or like fastest way you can do that will return the highest rewards. And you generate a report for all of these things and you present this to the person. And you can say, you can do this yourself, or you can hire me to do it for this price. And usually that is a pretty good, that's a pretty good sell, because you tell them exactly like this will free up like 5+ hours of your time. Like if it's not a workflow that frees up at least 5 hours of your time, it's not worth doing. Right. So you tell them, if they're a business owner, their time per hour is worth definitely more than the, like 100 per hour. A lot of times it's like $1,000 per hour. Like, for a founder, that's how much their time is worth. So if you charge like 5 to 10K for something that frees up 5 hours of their week every week, dude, that's a pretty good deal, right? And most of the time it's probably even better than that. So I think as a sell, it's a very good value proposition, because you're freeing people's up like time. So then it just comes to like, can you do the work? And you can definitely do the work. Yeah, you might just have to learn certain things, but it all comes down to like these AI automations that you will implement by using AI itself. When it gets a bit more complicated is when it has to deal with security. Before that, for you, you can like right now you probably already know how to automate some things. Now, probably the next step for like a business is you have to know how to deploy that for the business, right? So it has to run not just on your computer. It has to run for them like 24/7. And the easy way to do that is just to get a Mac Mini, right? So if this is a small business, you can probably just get away with getting a Mac Mini or another computer for them. If it's a larger business, you have to learn how to deploy that on a hosted cloud server. So let's say like AWS. These are all things you can learn. And your agent can also perform deployments for you, because most of these platforms, they will have like like direct software that your agent can use to perform the deployments. And then once you deploy these solutions for these customers, then you have a monthly retainer, right, that they can pay you to maintain. So that's usually the process. And then when you go to like a bigger company, like big tech, is the biggest issue is like security. So for example, right now I'm implementing a data access agent for this big tech company. And what it does is, let's say an employee is like, I want access to this specific data source of the company. Like let's say revenues about our employees. Now that one's like, not everyone should not be able to access that, right? Like a random employee should not know how much the CEO is earning. That's in the same database. So then you have to figure out like, how do I block the access for certain identity of users, but then I give it for other users? And how do I automate this process so that the agent can determine by itself how to do these things? So that's like when it gets a bit more complicated, where you have to ensure like a determinism, because for LLMs, the way it works is like it's statistics, right? It's just like based on this word, what's the probability of the next word happening? And it's not deterministic by nature. Like if you say hello in ChatGPT, it's not always gonna respond with the same thing. So that's like what these big companies, they're scared of. They want determinism, because they need the same shit to happen every time. So that's like a different play where you have to balance. Usually the trade-off is like how much power you want an agent to have, how much like flexibility we want it to have, versus how much determinism / security do you want it to have. So that's like the trade-off you play for these companies.
So I have a question about that. Like this is like might be going too much into it, but like let's say like to be able to make like an agent like work for deterministic workflow, you're basically like cutting it up so that like the pieces are deterministic, right, of what you're trying to do, I guess.
That's that is definitely part of it. So for example, I use this thing called LangGraph. Let me write it here. This is like you don't have to learn this right now. This is like a bit deeper in the weeds. But it's like, how there's like OpenClaw, Hermes, like all these harnesses. Like usually for like these big companies, you can't just like implement OpenClaw for them. because it's like too much of a security risk. So what you have to do is like build the harness from scratch. And usually you would use something called LangGraph. And what this does is it's like, imagine for like consulting, let's say you have to perform some research and then you have to analyze that research, right? For example, even the example you have where you have your finance documents. So you have to first retrieve all these documents and then perform an action on it, such as analyzing my finances. And this is the usual pattern you would see as like retrieval of data, analysis of data, and then action. And these are 3 separate steps. So in Claude, if you just ask Claude to do something, it's going to do all 3 steps together, right? If you don't specify, different workflows or something, it's just going to do all 3 at the same time. So for these bigger companies, it's even a step further. It's not just describing, first do this and then that. It's like you need this LangGraph thing to put this in like code. So it's like the system cannot do the second step before the first step is approved. Like it literally can't, because like the code is like blocking it, blocking the agent. So that's like the extra level of security that would be like imposed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. That's like deep in the weeds. I think for you, Ian, the next step. I didn't get to see your Claude workspace. Do you usually work in a folder? Yeah.
I work in VS Code. I don't know if that's like the best, but that's like sort of what I work in VS Code, and I use like the Claude interface on that. I can show you it if you want.
Yeah. Let's do that
Okay.
before we leave. Yeah.
Let me share screen again. Yeah. So this is like the Life OS thing. Do you see my screen?
Yep.
Oh yeah. This is like what I'll have usually, and like I'll have Claude up, or like multiple, like depending on like if I'm running like sub agents, or not. And like I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to explain about it. It's sort of...
This is good. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I see. So you have Life OS as a folder. Okay. Okay. Do you know what GitHub is?
Yeah, like I push like into like a private repo.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me take a look. Can you open your cloud.md?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I bring it up like this?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Okay. Okay. So you have a wiki as well. Can you open your wiki? Take a look.
Yeah. I low-key don't know what this is, but I saw your video and I was like, oh, like, do you think that, like, I would like if I don't know something while I'm building, I'll ask Claude, like, do you think this is a good decision? Yeah. And then can you explain it to me? And I'm like, okay, I like it. So can we use this instead of like what we're doing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
It's like, yeah.
Okay. Can you open the index file? Index.md. It's at the bottom. Yeah, right there. Okay. If you press Command Shift V, it should make it pretty.
Command Shift V.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I have
Maybe
command on my.
Oh, are you on? Is this?
Yeah, I'm on a Windows.
Oh,
I'm on a Windows.
Control Shift V, maybe.
Control Shift V.
Okay, there you go.
Right. Oh, nice. Cool. I didn't even know that.
Yep, Markdown. And okay, so you have domain, you have the finance calendar. Okay, cool. You have, what I would say is like your setup right now is like, it's pretty good. Like you have like this skeleton, but it's just like all the parts of it are slightly like they're not like very clean. Like you have the wiki here, but it's not like super clean. And your Claude.md is also kind of bare bones. Like it's not pointing to things in the best way. But I think you have like a good foundation. The setup is like an iterative thing. The goal is not to make it perfect on the first try. So as you work through your next project, I would you should improve on your workspace at the same time. So I think it's good. This is good to start with.
I guess
Yeah.
how would you like you just have to work through it as you do more projects to improve it?
Um,
Or, like, is there anything that I can do now to like are there like for example like skills and stuff that will
yeah. So the thing is like it depends on the project you're working on, but I'm not like because you don't have a specific project you're working on right now, so it's like
Yeah.
it's hard for me to tell you what to optimize first because there's like a million things you can optimize, but the priority you decide on what to optimize first will depend on the project you're working on. So
I guess
the,
yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
yeah, I think the very first thing here would probably just be the Claude.md. If you open that up real quick, wiki, sorry, wiki. Yeah, so see, like even this, like this is good enough. This is good enough right here. I would just say like next project you do, also do it inside this folder, like this Life OS folder you have. Like next project you have, just make it a new folder within here, because what's gonna end up.
Oh,
happening,
actually, okay.
Yeah, because what's gonna end up happening is like you're gonna have multiple projects, right? And this wiki is supposed to be a long-term memory for you in general, and also your projects. So it's gonna be tough for you to like for your agent to find all these things if it's all like separated into like multiple different folders at different places on your computer. So what I have is I have my overarching repository called DukeBot, and all my inner projects are inside of it, and my wiki is like at the root of it. So then you open Claude in Life OS, right? So any folder within here it will have access to. So then one, it already has access to them if the folder's in there, and then two, you just have to put those paths in your like Claude.md or in the wiki so it can find them easier. But it's gonna be hard if it's like in literally a completely different place than this folder.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I think that's smart. I never thought about that. So like, I would just create a new folder like this, and then my next project would be here.
Yeah, or you can just tell like, Claude to make a new folder for this. Like, oh, I'm gonna work on this specific thing. Let's make a inner repository within here.
I guess like with that, like I want to ask for advice on like what I'm gonna do next. Like what I have in my brain right now, what I want to do next is like, I think like for me to get to a point where I'm selling like what you're doing to clients, I think like it's important for me to like learn how to like manage clients and things like that. And like one of the things I was thinking about selling is like I feel like I can make learn how to make really good websites easily using Claude Code. And I feel like going like a lot of like the business, I feel like a lot of people do this. Like if I scroll Instagram Reels, like there's probably people,
I've seen
like
those,
shilling that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like an easy way to learn a lot. And at the same time, I feel like it's easy enough in the next 6 months or like to be able to scale it to a point where I'm making like not great money, but making money so I can like pay for more things and learn more.
Yeah.
So that's sort of my thought process. If I wanted to start like that sort of business model, how do I like, I know you have all of your clients in your wiki and like that's like what I'm interested in, and how would you go about creating websites and creating like workflows to create good websites
I got you.
for clients?
Okay, yeah, that's a great place to start. I think before going into having all the clients in the wiki, all that stuff, I think you have to learn how to make the websites. And I think the easiest place to start with that is making your own personal website. Do you have a personal website right now?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's perfect. Then if I were you, that would be the thing I'd focus on next. Literally just use Claude to make your first website. You can literally just use Claude directly, but there are things like you have a skill already for UI, and there's you can use Claude Design as well to it gives you prettier results, and then you just put those like assets that Claude Design makes for you inside of your Claude Code. You can do that as well. I would say you have to play around with it. This is not going to be like a straight path. And through that playing around, you're going to learn how to make that website. And then you're going to have to learn how to deploy that website, which is you're probably going to use something called Vercel. So your website is going to be using this. Okay, it's called Next.js React. So you can just say Next.js. So this is the framework for front end, for like the UI, how it looks, all that stuff is going to be built on top of a framework called Next.js. And then you're going to deploy this via Vercel. So these are probably the only two things you have to specify when you start out.
I've already used both of them because like I was like watching a few videos and like I learned about both Next.js and Vercel.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know like I think what you're talking about is really important because like I was learning how to like make 3D websites and like they were using like a bunch of like different methods and like I forgot what the website is. But, like they would use like awards.com and like dribble.com and like background components and like integrating that. So I think there's like a lot to learn. So I think like you're saying
I will stop you right there, Ian. I will stop you right there. Like the website design stuff you can go very deep in. I would not try to go that deep in before getting feedback. Like, yeah, you can play around with like 3D shit, like animations on your website. It's like, but most of the time, these businesses, they don't need that. Okay, so yeah, you just make sure you focus on what's important. Businesses need a website that's like, it looks clean and it presents the information in a way where it's like easiest to understand for their clients. So that's what you want to focus on. You don't need crazy animations, nothing like that. And because your goal here is like, you know, just to get working websites that look clean, that the clients will like. And then your next step is to try to go get a client, right? To try to sell this, like go maybe even in person and like show this, like, is this trash? Like that's like how you're going to get your feedback. So don't go too deep within like certain paths that will not actually give you like the signal you want. And we are over time right now, Ian. So,
yeah, sorry.
It's all good. I think someone from the chat had a question, so maybe like let's do that before. Someone said, okay. Actually, okay, no, we're good. Someone's like, is your Chrome real?
But I do appreciate the call. I think I learned a lot.
Sounds good.
What I need to focus on. I think that's like what I see. Like I want to like have something to do and like where I'm progressing. Like I feel like obviously like you can talk a lot and like think a lot about what you do, but what I found is like you just gotta do stuff and like stuff will work out, you know.
Yes, you just gotta keep doing.
Appreciate the call and the advice.
Of course, man. All right, man. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, have a good week.
Yep. Peace.
All right, bye.
All right, chat. We're done. That was the last meeting of the day. Shout out to Ian. Very, very sharp guy. I can tell. He's a little Cornell grad consultant type. I saw some of your comments earlier, man. Viv as well. He was like, I was definitely reading chat. Dude, what is he? Well, some of you guys said something like, I don't remember. It was kind of funny what you guys said. I saw the Chrome extension, but mine was too long. I couldn't really understand what you were saying. Zeta, were you trying to get feedback? How do you feel that value of expectations we delivered so far? Like from my side to him? Yeah, I don't know if I wanted to ask that question. That's why I didn't really do it. But yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I think asking for feedback is good. But I think he gave me the feedback already during the meeting. So I don't think he knows how to code traditionally, but he's probably gonna learn it through using Claude and all this stuff. Yeah, I think he's gonna do great. He got the hustle in him. He was cracked. High energy is definitely a good sign, I think like the top traits for entrepreneurs is like intelligence, high energy, and like resilience. Spain won 1-0. Holy shit. Oh my god, what a grind, boys. Oh, I had a automation for the weekly meeting, but yeah, there you go. I think this had some issues because when was this done? 2 hours ago. The meetings were not finished. Properly here. He raised the question to you about how you're doing, evaluating, and I think it was mostly curious about how he would best go about evaluating value. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, that is a good question, Zader. Yeah, I can ask that next time. Yeah, I think the toughest part is just like I need to work on the assets in the classroom because I want to be able to point people to a certain asset, right? It's like if he's asking about like website, this website creation, like knowledge, design, and stuff like this. It's like I know this stuff, but I cannot just like walk through this with everyone one-on-one, right? That's just gonna take forever. So I need to film these like tutorials or like their walkthroughs, and so I can point people to them. To the whatever they're trying to do. But yeah, it's just something else I gotta work on. Any advice for learning how to code? I just started learning Python using Free Code Camp. I would recommend not to use Free Code Camp and learning Python right now, and instead use Codex or Claude Code, and trying to build something directly with that. And as you're building the thing, you ask it to explain to you what the code is doing underneath. Probably has specific software, a certain amount of time was saved. I see what you mean, Zader. Having a quantifiable metric. That's actually very important for me as well, because I need to tell, like if I want to advertise my community to more people, I need to be able to have a metric, right? Yeah. I'm fucking tired, I'm not gonna lie. I've been holy fuck, man. What was that, 7 meetings? Jesus. What's a wrist stream, Karina asks, is when I swipe on Hinge on stream, or or when I talk to girls on stream. But I'm cuffed now, so that's a thing of the past. Why is it that most users of AI have like 1-2 chats open instead of 24 terminals? That is, I don't know. Who only has 1-2 chats open? Most people I know have, more than 1-2. I have like look at all these fucking chats here. Like I try to delete them, because it's just too many. And it becomes hard to find shit, and you have to use an agent to find agents, and probably is a workflow you should do. But then you need your system set up properly before you can like incorporate loops into your systems. That can be kind of dangerous. You know what I mean? Ian. We had some pretty goated clients today, chat. I like these clients. I can learn from them as well. They are very impressive. You're still here? Spain won the FIFA? Yeah, I heard, man. I am still here, Giraffe. I just finished my last meeting. Spain, extra time, won. That's crazy, bro. And yo, people... yeah, I feel like people probably put money down on Argentina, you know, their life savings and shit, because people thought this shit was rigged for Argentina, but apparently not. I've been proven wrong. Luffy thumbnail cooked? Let me see that. My boom sound. That's working. What the fuck is this? Why is there Firefox? Why is there a fucking Mozilla Firefox and Chrome? Jesus Christ! What the? I mean, I look hella zesty here, but this is I guess this is. Oh my god, this is pretty cool. I just need to look less zesty here. Like. Oh man. Yo, this is sick. These two are still better, but this one's getting good. We're adding Luffy to our collection. Telling Allegra just finished 7 meetings. Oh man. If you look zesty, people will click. Who's clicking? Like, who is that audience? We got femboys. We're trying to target femboys or some shit. Meetings on weekend. Keck W's. I know, bro. I'm grinding. Oh, my God. We never know until we try. I mean, this can be the same thumbnail, just not zesty. I don't think that's going to make a difference, man. Well, are people gonna think this is a girl? Like, this video is made by a girl and they're gonna click on it? Is that what we're trying to aim for? Oh my god. You're fanboying me, man. Oh my god, I'm so tired. So that's the end of the World Cup. Is there like a highlight we should watch or some shit? Yeah, you should just put an anime girl in there. You just put Allegra next to me. Oh shit, Speed is live right here.
How long is this video?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's over, man. This shit's over. I think one thing I wish I should have asked more today was where they found my channel from. I already asked them in DMs beforehand, but a lot of people just say YouTube, but I don't know like which specific YouTube. It's cheaper, it's faster. Oh, these TikToks are definitely fried though. Like these 5 views. Allegra only thumbnail, bro. That's hilarious. Dude, Allegra is going to the freaking World Cup. I mean, sorry, the Yankees game. All right, chat. I think I might be it might be done for me, man, for the day. I'm so dead, man. We got a newcomer in the school during our live stream, our meetings. Let me send him a message. Welcome. See, this is how you know I'm real, bro. I'm not making my agent send these messages, even though I could. A lot of these other communities, man, they're just AI slop. Welcome, Victor. Victor, saw you sent an intro already. Saw you posted an intro already. I'll reply to that soon. Curious how you found us. Curious through which channel/video you found us. We also have our weekly meetings on Sundays, so we can have our intro call next week. Apartment tour. That could be a good video, bro. You know, Allegra wants to move out of here. She doesn't live here, but like she has to move. So I don't know, man. Maybe I move out of here soon. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk anymore. I'm so dead. All right, chat. I think I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. I'm actually dead. W stream, yo, Asdi, shout out to you for the thumbnails and all the support. And Zader, Vim. Who else is still here? Dopamine. Giraffe, Mar, Smartass, Zorpix. Stream Elements, man. Shout out to Stream Elements. Shout out to the YouTube chat. Karina, Mad, LRP, LARP. Oh, Zorpix. He came from the YouTube chat. Shout out to Streamable. Hey, if you're looking to streaming, use streamable.run. Best streaming software ever. Didn't you just move here? Yeah, I did. But I don't know. My brother just moved to New York, and then Allegra's is like looking for a place. So I don't know. It's just like it's not. I don't know. We're still trying to figure out the situation. All right, chat. What y'all doing for the rest of the day? Fuck, what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna go get I need to get dinner. Maybe go to the gym. Sleeping? Yo, Asdi, what's your time zone, man? What time is it for you? Oh shit.
I was just sending.
Low key, not anymore.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since he was